Hi, I'm Brandon Gasparino, and today I'm going to be teaching you about the history and educational value of Hidden Valley Nature Center. I'm going to be interviewing students from New Fairfield High School, the president of the Land Trust of Hidden Valley, and a lifelong resident and teacher at New Fairfield High School. First, I sat down with some students at New Fairfield High School to find out what they know about Hidden Valley.
What do you know about Hidden Valley?
Well, it's a hiking trail. It's between the two schools, the middle school and Meeting House Middle School.
What do you know about Hidden Valley?
Okay, it's in a forest, and it's really nice, and people don't know how nice it is. And there's actually a lot there.
Next, I want to talk to Mr. Martin, the current president of the Hidden Valley Land Trust, to find out the history of the nature preserve.
Mr. Martin, how did Hidden Valley become a nature preserve?
That's a really good question. This preserve was actually given to the town by the Congregational Church in 1957. There was a resident at the time by the name of Fran Gelati. Fran Gelati, along with several other people who were also local residents, set aside what's now known as Hidden Valley. They had a mission statement that they came up with that was created, and it went and read something like this. For the purpose of making available in New Fairfield and other communities a center where native forms of wildlife and plants might continue to live and be seen in their natural surroundings and serve as a source for nature and conservation educational information. Fran Gelati was the very first Hidden Valley Nature Center director from 1960 to 1972 for 12 years. Fran was a naturalist. She loved the nature. She loved the natural world. She created the first nature museum on the property. She built trails, and the preserve was then open to the public. At the time, she gave guided nature walks, slideshows at the amphitheater. The amphitheater is gone now, but it's really where the staircase comes down to the pond that used to be used as an amphitheater. She also handled school field trips. She had a small museum on the property where she kept pet animals. One was a pet skunk named Thumper and a screech owl named Hootie. Fran passed away in 1972. The town commission took on the responsibility of managing the preserve, and over the next 15 years there was various directors appointed by the commission. These included Jack Doobie and Steve Fuller. And during this period, the preserve was used to promote environmental education. During the 1990s, the museum burned down. Things were vandalized, there was budget cuts from the town, and the preserve that Fran Gelati had given so much love and devotion to began to slide into despair. Mother Nature almost had Hidden Valley back. But alas, the preserve was saved due to the outstanding contributions of community members, the Boy Scouts, and members of the Lions Club. They cleaned up the preserve and remarked the trails and rebuilt the museum.
Finally, I sat down with Mr. Clark, a science teacher at New Fairfield High School and a lifelong resident of New Fairfield.
So what activities have you used in Hidden Valley?
We've done all sorts of things down in Hidden Valley this year. We've done a naturalist walk. We've looked at how landscapes are affected by abiotic and biotic forces, how culture shapes landscapes, glaciation events. We looked at different biomes. We went to the biomes on campus. We went to the taiga, went to the grassland, went to the wetlands. So if we had to look at an oak tree or look at a pine tree or look at a maple tree, we went and actually looked at it, and touched it and smelled it, instead of like, oh, here's a PowerPoint of a beautiful tree. No, let's actually go see that beautiful tree. We also talked about organic matter recycling. We talked about bacteria and fungi and their role in the ecosystem. We talked about how there's many complex pieces to the ecosystem and how they all interact with each other. The amount of topics you can cover down at Hidden Valley, in my opinion, are endless. It just depends on how you've structured your lesson and how receptive the students are, how excited the students are to go learn. That'll be the indicator of your success. If the lesson's well planned and the students are excited, Hidden Valley is a great resource.
From what you have seen, Hidden Valley has had a long and close history with the people of New Fairfield, not only at a recreational level, but at an educational one as well.